Hi everyone, it's Ellie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make these super cute leg warmers. You can do as long or as wide as you want. This pattern is super easy to use and to change a bit, so let's get straight into it. To start crocheting your leg warmers, you're going to want to start with a slip stitch. So you're going to take the yarn like this and then make a loop like right here, and then put your two fingers in and then twist and then grab the yarn to create a slip stitch. So you're going to put a crochet hook in. I'm using a slightly bigger crochet hook than needed because I want it to be a little bit looser so that it can bend easier as leg warmers. So you're going to want to start by chaining 30. You can chain as long or as short you want, just depending on how long or short you want your leg warmers. So I'm going to chain 35 by wrapping around. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to continue this all the way to 30. So I finished chaining 30 stitches, and again you can do as many as you want. So because I'm at the end of the row, I'm going to chain 1 to start a new row because I'm going to be working this way. And I'm going to be just doing a simple single crochet. So to do a single crochet, you go into the 2 loops. It'll look like a little kind of loop right here. So you go into the loop both sides and then you wrap it around, pull out, wrap it around, and pull through both. So again, you go into the 2 loops. It's a bit hard because we just chained to see, but you get it. And keep going. So again, go through this side of the loop and then this side of the loop, and then wrap around, pull out, and then wrap it around and pull through both. And you're going to do this all the way to the end. Alright, I'm done the 30 stitches, single crochets, and now I'm at the end, so I'm going to chain 1 to start the new row, flip my work around, and go into the next one. So it's a little bit easier to see the loops. So go in, and then go in again, and just keep doing this all the way to the end. Then you chain, and then go to the end and chain, go to the end and chain, and just keep doing this over and over again until it fits your leg. Alright, so I finished crocheting 36 rows because that's how wide I need it to go over a little bit lower part of my calf. So make sure it goes over your leg wherever you want the top to be and over your foot. This little area should be wide enough. And then if it's too tight, make sure you do a little bit more rows, and if it's too loose, just pull out a few rows. So now I'm finished. So now I'm going to add this little ribbed section on the top. You don't need to, but I want it to be a little bit longer than this is, and I just like the little ribbed kind of section on this part. So I'm going to do a little ribbed section here. To do it, I'm going to take my work and put it sideways. So instead of working through this, I'm going to work through one of the sides of where my needle has ended. So I'm going to go all along this part to create the ribbed section, and to do that you're going to want to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to just do 5 stitches of back loop slip stitch all along this, and I'll show you guys how to do that stitch. So you're going to want to go into the second chain from your crochet hook. So we just made this chain, we're going to go into this one, which would be the 5th chain we made. So go into it, and then you're going to go like this and just go in. And I just like to do a normal slip stitch for starting off from the chain. So just go into the loop like this. It's a bit hard, and then wrap around and then pull through both, and then continue doing this all the way down of your 5 stitches. And so this would be the first chain I made, going through it, and then I'm going to basically just go into this hole right here. As you can see, there's lots of holes all the way down. So I'm going to go into this first hole, wrap around, pull through, and then going to go into the next one as well. So wrap around, pull through, and then I'm going to flip my work like this and go into my stitches. So as you can see, it's just like a normal loops that we just made. So instead of going into into the loop, we're only going to go into the back loop. So this will be the front one closer to you, and this will be the back one. So we're going to go into the back, wrap around, pull through both, into the back, wrap around, pull through both, and then just continue on to keep doing this, making sure that you're only going into the back loop. Once you're finished your 5 stitches, you're going to chain 1 and keep working through and slip stitching through 2, and then going up, going down, slipping through 2, going up and down, all the way down to the bottom, and making sure only going to the back loop and chaining after a round, or doing 2 slip stitches down here. I just want to show you guys what it's going to look like after you go up and then chain 1 and then go down. Make sure you don't go into the same hole you already went into. Go into the next one, slip stitch, and go into the next hole, slip stitch, and then flip it, and then work up like this, going into 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, chain, and then go all the way down. Alright, so I finished doing all the slip stitches, and near the end it was like really small, so I just did a few more rows without doing 2 more holes, and I just did 1 hole and then went back up and went to the next hole. So this is what it looks like. So it should be tighter now, and it should fit your leg snugly, and then this should be a looser part. But obviously if this was a more tighter fit, because that's what you want, then for this only go into the hole and then come back out and then into the next hole, so that way you don't use 2 and make it too tight for your leg. And now we're going to seam this close. To join the 2 sides, you're going to have the inside facing out, so that way when we fold it inside out it won't be showing. And you're going to go into the first loop right here on the you're going to go into the first loop here, and make sure that your needle's up here if it's down here. If you finish the row down here, then just do 1 more row up, and then you're going to go into the first loop here and into the first loop there, and just wrap around. You're going to wrap around and then pull through both and pull through this one as a slip stitch, and then go into the next loop. It's kind of tight, but go into the next loop and then into the next loop here, and then wrap around and pull through both. And you're going to just keep going through each of the holes all the way down to the bottom, and then put it inside out. So I finished doing the seam all the way to the end, and then just wrapped around, cut the string, and pulled my crochet hook through, and then weaved the ends in by just going back and forth in some holes with my crochet hook and just pulling the string through. So now you're going to turn it inside out. And you have 1 leg warmer. So you're going to want to make 1 more, and then you're done. I finished crocheting the leg warmers, and this is what they look like on. This is what they look like when they're on. I feel like they're super cute. And that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in next month's video. Bye!